Well, guys, I got most of that out of there. It's fitting rail to rail. I left that inner lip in there until I get this going. I'm going to do a little patchwork in there. There's a lip and there's a brace that's right here. So I'm going to try and patch it up a little bit and see where I'm at. Well, I'm slowly forming that to do that patch. And I'm working on the patch panel. The screwdriver's going right in the holes. It don't line up exactly perfect, but hey, gives me a reference. The holes are not exactly the same as the original body, but I did get the screwdrivers through them, so they're close. So we'll see what we can do. Okay, so that's as good as I can get it with the screwdrivers through the original holes. This whole tail pan doesn't even fit anywhere close to where it's supposed to be. So it folds down, but I don't need any of this metal. This is all good back in this car. But if you had a bug, I think you'd have to cut it off, slide this piece back, and then build a little piece in between. But since we don't have to worry about the back end of it, I don't even need to replace that bolt or that nut. But that's the only thing lining me up right now, so I'm going to cut her off right in here and see if I can get it a little closer. I cut the tail off it, and them screwdrivers are fitting in there really nice. I think this is going to work out okay. I mean, it isn't even close to being body shape, but I think I got something to work with. Okay, so this is good metal. So I'm going to come down like that. I trim the patch panel, and then it'll wrap around, and then it's going to get 99% of the rot down here. This is where the seam comes through. That's where it ends up. I haven't cut it off because I'm using that nut to center it where it's supposed to be. But I believe I'm going to come right about here. When I get this all set into place and tacked in, I think I'm going to chop her off right before this nut. I want to keep, this is good metal and this is a good nut. So I think right where this line matches the body is where I'm going to come straight down. And that should take care of most of it. I'll just have this little panel to build for right there. It's kind of cool. Once I the reason it's not sitting against the body is the nut's sitting on top of the nut, and that's holding it out. But I don't want to chop the nut out until I got it where it needs to be. It's one of those catch-22s. So we'll see. I think I need to, since I can get my hands in here, get a piece of metal behind that so I can weld it up right, like Joe said. And maybe finish up these seams before I get that panel in there so my grinder doesn't accidentally hit it. And then that's going to take care of most of it on this side. Cool. Okay, guys, I need some more diesel fuel. I need some more propane. At least it's not supposed to get cold until Wednesday. Need some more beer. And I need to go out to storage so I can see if I can even get those rear fenders out of there. It's so piled up in there, I don't know. Means I get to go for a ride in my truck. I love that truck. Alrighty, guys. We made it to the storage shed. And I started digging to try and get me a hole, because all the Volkswagen parts are back in that corner. You can kind of see the green back there. Actually, back wall almost looks like my two rear fenders. That other one looks like a front fender. So, let's see if I can get back there. Alrighty, guys. That's what success looks like. Alrighty. Well, I should have went to work. I forgot I was supposed to go. I was 3/4 of the way there at the storage unit. I need the porta power to get that back end back into place. I keep forgetting to grab it, because I gotta push that out. Anyways, I think I got a plan. So I'm gonna chop just this nut out so I can save it. And then I'm going to cut that panel off where it's about where I want it. Right about in there. And then I think I'm going to take that patch panel, bolt it. It'll have three nuts left on it. So I'll get that one out of there. There's supposed to be one here and one here. I bolt the patch panel to the fender, and then I can bolt the fender here, here, and at least right there. That still needs to be pushed out. And then I can cut and butt. What I can. And that should have the patch right in the perfect position. Then I could take the fender back off and yeah, finish the inside of it. Once I get the outside into place so it's stuck there. And it's really nice because right in here is where you can feel it. This is paper thin, and that has perfect backing. Right about there. This is really good metal. This is shit metal, and right where I cut it is right where it's turned nice in the back. So I can run that down, because this is junk. It just flopped around anyways. But I think that's a pretty good plan. That way the fender's on here, and I don't have to worry about, 3 points of contact onto the fender, and then 3 points of contact onto the body, and it should be right where it's supposed to be. So that's the plan. I still got to do some prep work, get that finished up before I do it. And I gotta grind my marker lines out so that I have clean metal to weld to. But yeah, that's the plans for patches. Let's see if it works out. Looks like I'm going to be doing a little repair to the fender. The only rust out is that little piece right there, which ain't bad. A lot of surface rust. These are the missing bolts or nuts out of the side of the car. I guess it is what it is. Get them bolts out of there and wire wheel this thing and Ostro it, I guess, and see what I got. It's better than nothing. I would say that's the original fender, though. You can see the original metallic green. So if that was a replacement, it wouldn't have that green on the inside. Which I gotta remember what color green that is. It'll come to me here.